Hello friends, today I am with you with my another topic, functions of management. This topic is not specific to any particular department or not to any particular subject. This is a common topic which you can read in each and every book of management and which is used by each and every department of management, whether it will be a finance department, it will be a production department, it will be a technical department, it will be a research department, marketing department, and so on. So what are the functions of those personnel working in various departments to achieve their specific goal? The first function is plan. There are basically four functions: planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. So let us talk about the first function, which is planning. For planning, as I have mentioned, it is a predetermined course of action. In our daily routine also, if we wake up in the morning, we used to decide we used to plan our daily schedule, like what we have to do in a whole day, where we have to go, how we have to go, what we have to do, what are the tasks we have to accomplish. In the same way, in an organization also, we have to predetermine our actions so that we can face any uncertainties. Uncertainties can be earthquake, can be your competitor, can be your losses, it can be any. Then it is an ability to think. Let's take that the same example in which I told you that if you wake up in the morning, what you will do, you are thinking that in the whole day what you have to do. So in the same manner here also, organizations, they used to think what they have to do if the following circumstances will happen, if we have to achieve a particular task, if we have to achieve a particular objective. Then next is decision or course of action. That is, in planning we are taking a best decision and selecting the best course of action. In planning we have following chain in which firstly what we used to do, we used to set the objective. For example, the objective of an organization is that the organization want to achieve a 10% growth rate by the next year. Then to achieve that 10% goal, what the organization will do, they start finding alternatives. What can be the alternatives now? The alternatives can be, they can extend their product line, they can increase their marketing activities, they can hire the experts, they can hire the outsourcing service, and many more. So after finding those alternatives, what will they do next? They will evaluate those alternatives. In evaluation, what will they will check? They will check the positive points and the negative points. That is the effect. They will evaluate these alternatives on the basis of effectiveness and efficient. The alternative which is well effective and which is well efficient will be finally selected by an organization, and that will be our final decision. So this is what is included in planning. So in simpler words, I can say that planning, what is planning? Planning is a predetermined course of action. It is an ability to think whereby these four steps takes into consideration by an organization, where they set the objectives, find the alternatives, evaluate those alternatives on the basis of effectiveness and efficient in order to select the best decision and course of action. Now the next function is, after planning, what now they have to do? They have to organize the thing. Now I know that my objective is I have to attain 10% growth rate by the next financial year by, for example, extending my product line. Now how to extend my product line and how I can achieve that 10% growth rate is what come under your organizing. Basically in organizing, what we used to do, we used to divide my authority and responsibility among my subordinates. That is, I will divide my work, I will divide the responsibilities, authorities to my subordinates to the lower level, so that I can reduce my burden and look into my another matters. Then the third function is directing. The main aim of directing is willingness. That is, making people work by their will. That is, we cannot force the people to work according to us. We want the employees to work themselves. We want the employees to have their inner motivation so that they come as a team and work for the organization. What does directing include? Directing include your guiding, your communication with the employees, how you are motivating the employees, your leadership traits, what leadership style you are opting, and your supervision, that is time to time you have to supervise your employees so that you can achieve the goal or objective of an organization. Also, directing helps the organization to reduce their cost. Why? If the employee will not work willingly, then what will happen? Employee will leave the organization, which will include more cost and time. Now, fourth function is your controlling. Controlling include your checking and regulating, setting the benchmarks or standards, taking time to time feedback and rectify the errors. That is, if my departments are not able to achieve their task on time, then how can we accomplish our goal, that is 10% increasement growth rate in the next financial year? So what does controlling managers used to do? They used to check and regulate the working of employees of various departments. They set the benchmarks for them, that is, in particular time period you have to achieve so much goal, and time to time take the feedback from there, and if any error take place, they used to rectify those errors. So these are the four functions which each and every manager or the personnel within various departments have to perform, explicitly or implicitly. So these four functions again are planning, in which predetermined course of action takes place, organizing, which include your authority and responsibility, directing, which include your communication, motivation, leadership, and finally controlling, where you are checking the mistakes and rectifying those mistakes so that you can achieve the objectives for an organization. Thank you so much. If you like my video, kindly like and subscribe my channel.